Hi, everybody. It's Chaplain Christy Miles here. It is Tuesday, March 24th, 2020. We are here in my dining room, and hopefully today will be the last day that I'll be broadcasting from here. I'm looking forward to coming back to work today. In the meantime, we're going to have our second devotional here online virtually. Remember that it is being viewed or it is being broadcast at 11 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And each devotional for the day will be posted at those times on channel 970. I encourage you to come and join me and let me know that you're viewing these, and I will keep them up. I remind you that on Sunday and Monday of this week, we read from the Gospel of John, chapter 9, verses 1 through 41. I won't read that again today, but I do refer you to it if you'd like to go back and reread it for yourself after this video. Let us begin before we read our devotional in prayer. Will you pray with me? God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Today's devotional is entitled "The Courage to Let Go of Perfectionism" and is written by Scott Stoner. And he begins with a quotation from one of my favorite theologians, Richard Rohr, who says, "The only true perfection available to us is the honest acceptance of our imperfection." The only true perfection available to us is the honest acceptance of our imperfection. Scott Stoner writes, "It is hard to underestimate the damage that the disease of perfectionism does to the well-being of ourselves and to others. Perfectionism creates deep feelings of lack and inadequacy in ourselves, sending us on an endless and impossible search to correct every perceived flaw. It can also create harsh criticisms, which can then become the justification for the mistreatment of others who are judged to be less than perfect in some way. Perfectionism is not in any way the same thing as striving to be our best selves and striving to do the right thing. Perfectionism can actually cripple us and prevent us from striving to be our best, like when a child who is constantly criticized for not living up to some perfectionistic standards may eventually give up and stop trying. The Bible is full of stories of people who, when first called by God to do something, respond by stating their inadequacies. Each of them knows their imperfections all too well, and thus believe God would be better off calling someone else. In this past Sunday's reflection, Anna Corey makes the point that God does not merely accept our imperfections, but actually works through them. Referencing the story of Jesus healing the man who was born blind since birth, she writes, "Each and every one of us is a vessel through which God works, despite our brokenness." As people of faith, our belovedness is not something we earn or achieve. We are beloved by God because we are God's children. Knowing and truly internalizing this is key to letting go of perfectionism. So let's make this personal. Do you or have you ever struggled with perfectionism? I know I have. I don't want to release a piece of writing or a sermon until I know it is absolutely perfect, that there's not one word out of place. And I realized a long time ago that if I waited until that perfection was there, the word would never get proclaimed. And that was not okay. I wonder, are you aware of the harmful effects of perfectionism, either in how you treat yourself or in how you view and treat others? What might help you to let go of perfectionism? Perhaps reflecting that God is perfect, and as long as we rely on that perfect God, we do not lack. My friends, let us close with prayer. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you courage. Amen. I hope to see you tomorrow. Peace.